Hi guys, I am back, and today, as you can see, I'm wearing my pigeon clip to support my amazing pigeon mama slash crazy pigeon lady status for this, because it's bird related, so you know. Yes, it's another Ashley Lister story, because I'm a little bit obsessed with this stuff, so don't judge me. Anyway, this one we go to Blackpool, so yeah, it'd be a nice little cultural introduction for the Americans, because, yeah, you're not going to want to go to Blackpool after you read this book. You are going to be like, what? I'm not going to Blackpool. And it's even made me question going to Blackpool, because there are three things I know what will happen. One, I'm definitely going to be giving the Seagulls my chips, because I ain't going to get killed to death. Two, I won't be trusting the locals, because I don't want to end up in a hobo fighting ring or a slapper match. You'll get that when you read the book. And three, yeah, I don't think Blackpool's for me, because it seems very much like an underworld has amassed itself, where, you know, if you are unlucky enough to be homeless in Blackpool, you will be kidnapped and you will be held against your will to take part in Thunderdome-style death matches with other people with no money. So, yeah, you're going to be entertainment for the community of Blackpool without even realising it. So we start the story by following a couple into Blackpool, and you think, oh, this is normal. But this one seems to have a bit more grit behind it. The language is different in this to what I usually get with Ashley's work. It's a bit more grimy, more of an extreme horror feel to it. So, like, very similar to Eric Moore's kind of work. Like, you will get a lot of slang in there that you're going to be like, what does that mean? But I'm sure that Ash can fill you in on our slang, or you can get Google, because, you know, Google helps. But this is a brilliant story. All stories that are involved in this, as always, weaved in perfectly. The pace is fantastic, keeps the reader completely taken in, and you end up finding this whole other world kind of immersed beneath the summery, happy-ish kind of setup that is Blackpool. Guys, you're not going to want to go to Blackpool, and you're going to look at Seagulls in a very different manner. Yeah, check this out, because it's mint. I give it 5 Seagulls out of 5 Seagulls. Yes, 2 for the price of 1. Aren't you lucky, you poor bastards? Anyway, next one on the list, Summer House by Thomas R. Clarke.
I met Summer Home.
Now, Tom,
Fuck my life.
I've followed him on TikTok quite a bit, and I've looked at his stuff like his posts and stuff. Nice guy, absolute sweetheart. So, of course, I was, I was excited to read this, and it's a big beast, but it is worth it. The detail and the storyline as itself is just intense as hell. It's not your usual supernatural route. There are ghosts in it, I will give you that, but there is so much more to it. The human element is intense in this, especially as it brings up the topic of Alzheimer's and dementia, growing old like, basically, and how the family are affected by this disease, how it affects the actual person themselves, how it changes the person. I loved the detail he went into with this, because you kind of were sitting there, you weren't sure whether this was the dementia playing the part in it, or whether it was the supernatural element of Maureen's husband coming back and being spooky. Then we have this cat that basically plays a part through the entire storyline. You get to meet all these amazing characters that are so lovable, it's unreal. Waltz being my favourite. I loved Waltz. Waltz was incredible. It broke my heart a little bit, so boo. But there are, it's at a pace where you can keep up with what's going on in the story, and you get to meet new and fascinating characters. it also keeps you in the actual kind of momentum that basically this is a horror story. But it also brings into the aspect that it's not just malevolent spirits in this book. There is spirits that don't want that kind of shit. They don't want darkness, and they do actually manifest from love and from pride, which is so cool. The element that he brings in later on in the story, big shock for me, because there is this dark fantasy element I didn't expect to see in it. It has got very much of especially when the ghost hunters come in, very much a Taking of Deborah Logan kind of feel to it, but with other really cool elements added into it. So if you haven't already, this book is fantastic if you're a ghost nut.